Speedgaming 3, and welcome to Speedgaming Live Online 2024. We are continuing the Link to the Past Randomizer Open Spoiler Tournament. This is Winners Bracket Round 3. We've got a match tonight between Gammachuu and flipheal. Our Medical Sniper 99 joined tonight by Drosy with Dandy B doing the tracking. Hello, Drosy.
Hello, nice to be calling with you again after quite a while.
I mean, it's weird, like, without League, without main right now, it's been so quiet on the comm front for big companies, so the opportunities have been slim.
Yeah, and it's nice to do short modes, like Crosskeys has stuff going, but that is a long mode. That is big time commitment for comms.
Yeah, and but this tournament is the exact opposite end. This is open spoiler. If you haven't seen any spoiler races, you get 15 minutes to read the spoiler log, plot out your course for the rest of the run, or, you know, you can always check the log further, but, you know, you build that route in those 15 minutes, and then you go. Expect this whole race to take less than an hour.
Yeah, especially with the reasonably friendly layout we have. It's not, like, insanely friendly, but it's friendly enough.
I mean, friendly enough to say that we're going to have a pretty early boots and flute, so, and mirror, so, like, don't expect a lot of saving and quitting, and expect us to move. We're hoofing it pretty quick.
I didn't actually check how we're going to do for fire sources.
I believe Sank is going to be actually an instantaneous fire source for us. And yeah, there it is. There is the fire rod.
Yeah, and the lamp's on Lake Hylia Island, so we are probably not getting that. We are probably just doing fire rod straight through.
Yeah, I mean, that, the Meyer TR pod as dungeons in the dark aren't always your favorite. But honestly, like, I don't think the time is going to be there necessarily for lamp. We'll see if either of them go for it. I do think we're getting silvers tonight. Tempered sword's pretty free as well. So this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, the absolute first place for both runners to go is Blind's Hut, and you will see why in about 5 seconds.
And yes, there are our boots.
And a nice... that's interesting. Gamma quitting out. That's a little puzzling.
He knows he'll have to come back to CAC, so it's not a huge deal.
We need to get stuff out of the well. I'm surprised Flip didn't go to the well.
Here's the thing. So what we know is that the we have a flute in the back of Escape. And the other side of this is that we have a glove here in Saha's closet.
I thought the glove was in Eastern.
Oh, is it?
Hookshot's in the closet.
Okay. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to go to Eastern to get our glove. We'll get our flute in the back of Escape, and then we'll find our way back to CAC anyway. So going immediately for the well or the armor in Kakariko, you know, you don't have to. Saving out of the back of Blind's Hut becomes quicker then.
Yeah, though flipheal does now have blue mail for having spent a bit more time there. I mean, Eastern, the game only expects you to have like 4 or 5 hearts in green mail, so I don't think Gamma will have trouble in here, but if we wind up in the Dark World, well, Gamma will probably have gotten the blue mail by then.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, Flip grabbing the Moon Pearl, which we will obviously need. And now he'll join Gamma in Saha Eastern.
Just a quick cover of where we've been to get to this point. Gammachuu did have a first round bye given his performance in our qualifiers. In round 2, he took down secretly a Sliver in quite a good race. flipheal, meanwhile, in round 1, took down Faker Jr. and then won against Shady Force in round 2 to bring us to this point.
Yeah, a bit of an upset against Shady Force, too.
It was a good race. Really great performance by both runners. I will say, if anybody had been paying attention to the qualifiers for this tournament, I know Flip had kind of been a little He had felt bit by a lot of the quals, partly because what bit him the most was a lot of skips. He had just kind of missed out on like big keys or small keys at certain times and hadn't plotted those into his route. But yeah, there is a vanilla bow here in Eastern Palace, and we're still not done.
Oh yes, and we do want to admire that vanilla bow, which we obviously need to now be able to finish the dungeon, which, though it's pendant, Armos does have Quake, which we will need to get into Misery Mire. And since we had to come in here for the glove anyway, might as well just single dip it. I realize I haven't looked at swords at all.
The swords are pretty good in this seed, I will say. I think there's an easy tempered. Honestly, so we'll see definitely a tempered sword in this one.
There's a vanilla sword on Blacksmith.
Yeah, I think that's the sword we might actually skip. Because we have Pod, Spec Rock, C-Shape House as well. And I think those three are pretty darn good. As you see, we did get a little bit of a time save from Gamma there. Just a smart optimization, saving and quitting right after getting his Quake Medallion off of the Armos Knights. We do not need dependence. So yeah, in terms of what this race does mean, the winner will move into the 4th round of the winner's bracket. We do not know who that would be against. Meanwhile, the loser is not out after this race. They'd also be waiting for a bunch of races. We've got a couple of people who are already playing into round 3 and are starting to get a little bit ahead.
Yeah. So the winner of this race has to wait for 2 more races to conclude before they'll have the opponent. The loser of this race will have to wait for 3 more races to conclude before they'll have an opponent.
Flipheal also with a good Armos fight and his save and quit. Gamma heading straight for the back of the tavern. He is going to pick up the blue mail there. Gamma, though, is still bombless.
Yeah, well, we only got those bombs out of CAC, right?
Yeah, just that 1 3-pack in the well that Gamma did avoid ever touching. And you are kind of seeing the optimal route here with Gamma waiting. That save and quit out of CAC well really did save him a good amount of time. Unfortunately, like even with the boots, walking out of CAC well can be a slow endeavor.
Yeah, Flip saved and...
Nice free bomb there from Gamma as well.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about Gamma for some reason, but yes, Flip saved and quit out of CAC well, and Gamma still hasn't been there. But yes, we are going over to East Death Mountain to get our hammer out of Spiral Cave. There's also a sword on Spec Rock, but Gamma, of course, can't yet do that because he hasn't grabbed the mirror.
Yeah, that sword doesn't add a ton of benefit to us this early. Realistically, he'll get the sword out of Sea House to make Thieves just a formality, so not a huge deal at this point. Flip will have the early sword advantage, though. So Gamma's going to get those 3 bombs. He's going to get his flute. He's going to get his mirror and his ether. He's all set. And we'll see Gamma into Dark World momentarily. The one unfortunate part here is Gamma's not going to be able to dash out of into the Dark World area. He's going to have to go through all those bushes individually.
Yes, see? Early sword can be nice.
And yeah, Gamma's about to get his first sword. So fighter sword for both of our runners now. Flip will get his master sword in just a little bit out of C-shape house. But yeah, at this point we've got quite a bit we can work with, and like we're really just looking for a few things to kind of start solidifying this route or this dungeon clear.
And do I remember that Thieves is going to give us French vanilla mitts?
Yes, a French vanilla mitt, as well as one other very important item, that the Cane of Samaria is here. So 2 more of our very required items.
And the French vanilla mitts are in the big key chest, so that hammer, even beyond, we needed it to get to the Dark World. The mitts are hard locked behind it. Oh, sorry, big key chest. It is so easy to confuse big key chest and big chest.
And that's one of the biggest things, you know, these guys are going to make this look pretty easy in terms of our winners bracket, especially by the time you get to round 3. These are very solid runners. And one of the things you kind of count out at this point is, you know, do you know the difference between your map chest and your compass chest, Rossi?
Yeah, those I can remember. And I've seen runners in the middle of races open a wrong chest because they screwed up the difference between big chest and big key chest.
Yep. So, like, this is this is an execution battle, but part of this is, do you have the knowledge? You know, where can you route in things? Are the rupee crabs helpful? Is the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 tree pulls going to help you? All that little stuff will make a big difference late in these races, or in the early game even. You see Gamma picking up that heart piece in the Thieves Town attic. Now, the fact that he picked that one up, I don't think that was a mistake on his part. I think he's planning out 4 pieces of heart along this route.
Yeah, you see that among the top runners. When the time comes, they'll get not just an extra heart container, but also a free health refill wherever they are. Flip skipping that, though.
Very nice stun prize with the arrows. We will hopefully be able to take advantage of that throughout this race. Gamma passing one of the numerous tests of muscle memory, being able to skip blind cell.
Yes, not often you get to do that. I mean, in spoiler more often, very occasionally in like a regular opener Kaz boot seed.
Even if it's possible, I find it almost impossible to do that because the muscle memory of opening that chest.
Now, with every second counting, if Gamma can stay at full health and full magic, he will have a very slightly shorter cutscene here. Flip has a bit of magic that'll need to be refilled and just took a hit to his health.
And Gamma is now heading up to Skull Woods. So this will be another crystal dungeon. So that'll be the second crystal he's going for. There was some chatter about, maybe the sword advantage here. But yeah, Gamma is going to go for Fighter Sword Moth. Does have Fire Rod with half magic, so shouldn't be a terrible fight. Flip
And
does have
hammer.
slightly better equipment.
Hammer if it comes to it. But sure is nice to have that Cane of Samaria for getting back to this chest. To get the cape.
I was going to say, bumper
Cape is not
cable
required. That is purely a safety, it looks like.
Yeah, the bumper ledge does have a heart container. I don't see Gamma picking that up.
That's a ways to go for a heart container.
Yeah, I don't see... that seems just like a little bit extra. I will say, flipheal not going after the moth here, heading straight down to Hype Cave.
Yeah, that's a bit surprising just because he'll have to go back, and that adds a bit of extra time. Though he does get the required bombos and heart container and bloomerang.
Yeah, I mean, what really helps, like, Gamma was able to do the hook speed out of Thieves Town, which is always a nice little bonus, and Gamma's going straight for these hammer strats, really aggressive. But wow, what a fight. Good job.
I blinked, I missed it.
Yeah, that's about as good of a hammer moth as you can get, so props to Gamma on that kill. Nicely done.
So, I'm just looking. We have powder in the map chest, but I don't think you're going to go up the right side. Oh, there is a sword and compass chest if you go to the back. Do we have... and the big key's in the dark maze, so you do have to go to the back. So Flip probably wants his tempered.
Flip not taking any damage off of the that Medusa head. That jump into the pit, I was a little worried he was going to get 1.0'd by some damage, but did avoid it.
Yeah, it is ridiculous that you can take damage while falling into a pit, and you can even be wall-mastered while falling into a pit.
Yeah. Now, Gamma is going to go a little bit out of his way here. Is he going to...
He's
okay.
doing my... Now, this is interesting.
I think I see what he's doing. Yeah, he's going to mirror here to head into Desert. Pendant Desert does have one small prize for us. We do have a Silver Arrows here in Desert Palace. I like the route here. This is going to be a mirror right here. Go in the front door of Desert Palace, and then just mirror out after you get the torch for Silver Arrows.
Oh, wow. But I'm not used to people mirroring into the front door of Desert. That's heads up. Because, again, it's hard to break the habit of if you have the mirror and you're thinking Desert, you always mirror to the left door, right?
Yep, and these little things are helping. Telethar pointing out in chat that he's estimating about 20 seconds on that leaving skull for later, so... And I think that the hard part is like, I don't know if there's time for Flip to make up on that fight, just based on how clean Gamma's Moth was. Like, I would say a sword advantage should be huge, but it just isn't. Like, there's not a lot of time to spare.
Yeah, this is because Flip will have to go all the way, flute to 3, and then use CAC portal and everything. Yeah. Not suggesting that if Flip wanted to save Moth, he should have just flat out done Pod before Thieves.
Well, and I saw that was kind of the thought in general, like, given the locations of some of our items, like, I think for either runner, Pod first might have made more sense, because then even Gamma gets a free Master Sword before the Moth. I think this is why Gamma got the cape, by the way. This early Mire play for the Dark Basement, I think the cape really is his safety for this, the upcoming just journey through the dark.
Though, as Telethar pointing out, having Samaria for Pod is nice. You don't have to drag the statue.
See what kind of Dark Mire strats we're going to get from Gamma. I see he's got the cane out already, so this is not going to be Hook Dash. Or a Bonk Hook Shot. But the old school block throw, I love it always. Meanwhile, flipheal gets through the Helmosaur King fight. Very good. Another one down. That'll be his second crystal.
And I believe our only remaining required items are in or around Turtle Rock, correct?
Yes. Ice Rod and Flippers are the last two required items. They are both within the Turtle Rock area, so... we did get a Dark Spooky from Gamma. Took a couple of shots, but still pulled it off. Had magic to spare. And he's got silvers for this Vidi fight. This is... just has to be careful, but gets through it very clean. And there we go. Down goes Vitreous.
Also, in case you're worrying about the other required item for Gamma, the bug net is on Moldworm, so there's no way we're missing it. Yeah, Flip can't afford to be wasting seconds like that. You know, he started to dash out and then realized, oh yeah, I should just mirror.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we're not going to be able to tell too much about position with the just all the back and forth of the routes here.
Yeah, until Flip goes back and does Skullwoods.
Realistically, I think our runners, I don't even know if they meet up there, though. Like, because if I'm Gamma, after I finish Pod, I think you're doing Spec Rock into Hera. Because he's going to want Temperate Sword for TR. Meanwhile, I see Flip saving Hera until the end.
That makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna have multiple remaining mountain climbs since we have to do TR before Swamp.
I will say the bomb management for this seed has been very interesting. We haven't seen either runner really go for the pickups or the chest. It's been, you know, let me use what I can get out of Pod, let me use what I can get off the 50/50s. Really very nice there. We'll see if we get some extra arrows here in Pod. There's 2 pots before going to the back. Flip's also a little low on his arrow count. Like, he'll need all those arrows just to beat Vitreous here.
Yeah, that's pretty tight. But he does have Tempered Sword, so that gives him a bit more leeway. Slashing away and all. How did Gamma reset his timer? That's weird. It had been working.
Don't know those hotkeys sometimes, and you hit one that's just the wrong button.
But don't worry, they were synced, so we assume they're still synced. Oh, did Flip not get spooky?
The spooky in this room in the dark is very, very complicated. He's got... Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's got spooky. It was just that one was not going to happen. Usually you don't see that happen too much in the dark room, the first dark room for spooky. But he is through and into his Vidi fight. As we said, he has just enough silvers for this. So he'll need to get some extra arrows more so than Gamma. Gamma's not great off arrow-wise, but has some still.
Though, what do we really need arrows for besides Ganon at this point?
It speeds up things.
Yeah,
like,
I guess it's nice for Argus.
Well, there's other rooms along the way. Like, there are strats up or climbing up GT,
right,
where you traditionally use bows, so...
Right, sorry, the GT climb, yes, I would...
Yeah.
By Ganon, I meant the whole Ganon approach, if you will. Though it also depends how much of the basement we have to do.
And that 10-pack really kind of solidifies Gamma's position for the rest of that.
Ah. So the GT Big Key is in the compass room, and there are 10 arrows in the compass room. We'll be fine.
Oh yeah, that compass room is great. Even another heart, like, we're already on 7. Or
and
6, we'll be up to 7th heart.
Hope Room even has a small key.
Yep. I haven't been keeping track of the pieces, but I know that's at least a second piece for Gamma as well.
And both of our runners failed on their first attempt to open the back of Skull Woods.
But that is the pod clear for Gamma. He's going to be heading up Death Mountain. He'll get his tempered and probably do Hera here. We'll see if Flip does Hera into TR, or if he does TR and then saves Hera for later.
So Gamma will basically be up by a mountain climb. Wow. That was at least as fast a moth fight as Gamma had.
Definitely faster.
Doesn't make up the time difference, but still very impressive.
You can tell by the spikes that only one spike ever moved. So that was definitely a faster fight. Gamma's was a very good fighter sword fight, though.
So we are, for the moment, even on crystals, and they are the same crystals. Ooh, beautiful Waffle House drive-through from flipheal. And Gamma is overjoyed by the swagnet there. So converging on TR here. Ice Rod will be in its canonical location at the bottom of Laser Bridge.
Or at least rando canonical.
Right. Well, that's why I don't say vanilla, I say canonical.
Yeah, just a little bit of a, like half of a TR opening cutscene here difference.
Oh, the big key at chomps, so we can steal the pokey key. That's good, at least.
Actually, I would say this is a seed you skip pokey key. Looking at the position of the small
because
keys,
we have to go to Laser Bridge anyway,
yes,
so...
big chest is nothing and big key chest is nothing. So I think given those two positions, you're skipping the pokey key in the seed.
Yeah. Only because we already have to go to Laser Bridge.
Okay, I'm just going to point this out. You saw Flip just drop a bomb on that left. That was a shield. There was a statement at the beginning, dodge shields, as always, from Flip, and that's very easy to do in this mode. It would be very easy to mistakenly pick one up, though.
Flip's definitely on a bit of nerves, though. He had trouble opening that chest for the small key. It's a tournament. I don't blame anyone for being on nerves here.
Oh,
and Gamma also. Just a little bit off here.
Yeah, unfortunately, that chomp just came up and bit him from behind, so... there you see it. Flip is skipping the pokey. The small keys are Crystal Roller Room and on Laser Bridge. We do very much need Laser Bridge, so that's our options. Some extra arrows for Flip.
Oh, right. We have to go out to
Yes.
Mimic Cave to get the flippers. Yeah, I think...
Yeah, the flippers were TR adjacent.
I think the amount of time Gamma gave up with his trouble with the Chain Chomp room, Flip gave it back with his trouble with the Pokey.
Yeah, I think the arrows that Flip was able to accrue there in the double Pokey room were nice. It just did kind of have him a little off, it felt like.
Gamma also having a bit cleaner of a time in Crystal Roller Room.
Unfortunately, Gamma without the beams. The beams are a benefit there. Gamma, unfortunately, missing his Samaria platform that first attempt, but does get on the second.
And Flip gets his hook shot to
But Gamma is off the path right now.
Looks like Flip is too. They both seem a bit lost.
Uh-oh. Okay, Gamma got his back on track.
Okay, and Flip finally got out of there.
Yeah, that was some ugly dark maze from both runners, unfortunately.
Yeah. And neither, I mean, they've both done that maze in the dark so many times.
Sometimes you just get off path a little bit. It happens. I'm not surprised that once in a while it does.
I guess it's more just surprising that it happened to both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Nice cane dash by Flip. We'll see if Gamma can match it. Gamma not trying the cane dash, but does get through pretty cleanly.
Flipheal going for the backdoor strats. This, of course, will not yield a 1 cycle. This is going for the guaranteed 1 cycle, and so he'll get that very clean backdoor. Gamma going for the same strats here.
Yeah, very nice quad hits for both of them on the Firehead.
Now this is only Crystal 6 for Gamma. He does not need. They both need to go off the mountain for Swamp Palace, and then Flip also is. This is only his 5th Crystal. He still needs to get Hera. So Gamma a couple seconds behind here in Turtle Rock in terms of the Crystal get. That is a 3rd heart piece for Gamma. So yeah, he's setting up for a 4th piece somewhere. I think there's definitely a tactical heart piece along his path.
Let's see if it's in Swamp. Nope, I don't see a heart piece in Swamp. Oh, Telthar's looking, and apparently it's pre-Moldorm chest that he's setting
Perfect
up for.
spot for a health refill. That is really heads up play. Like that
Right.
is.
We're not getting powder.
Yep.
Where Mushroom was for fake powder. Oh, Mushroom was Skullwood's big chest. Yeah, we're not getting that either.
Nope.
And we decided the other armor upgrade is somewhere well off the beaten path, right?
I don't think it was so far off.
Oh, old man, right.
Yeah. It wasn't terrible, it just wasn't really effective since we had the flute for the climb.
Right, and the incremental gain of red mail is nowhere near the incremental gain of blue mail. So we're one large room apart at the moment. See how
About 13 seconds difference here in Swamp itself, but that still does not count the Hera advantage on Gamma's side.
Right, which will involve Flip not just having to do Hera, but also the 2 extra portals involved.
Exactly. In terms of our bottle game, we've got one in the. We had one in Paradox Cave, wasn't happening.
Bonk Rocks.
Turtle Rock Big Key Chest had one. Yeah, Bonk Rocks. We also had one on the Uncle. Uncle might have been the best one we could have gotten, since we were already doing Secret Passage. Like, I think that would have been the safety to get in this seed, at least, like, in any sense, but given our 2 runners, very unlikely either would have.
And they both get a 1-cycle Argus, so neither of them's gaining or losing any time there.
No, that is exactly why Flip loves spoilers so much. No shields. That's exactly correct, Malmo. He bombed a shield chest in this run. He's very happy to dodge shields and express it.
One of our shields was on left side Swamp, by the way. And the final one is in Rando Room. Another beautiful Waffle House drive-through by Flipheal. Gamma just avoids getting dead rocked.
Gamma had it. Unfortunately, the cabbages and the dead rocks really not lending him a good route.
Yeah, just a bit beaten up.
As you can see, if you're not so sure of this, both runners going up Paradox Cave, this is faster to get into GT than going up Super Bunny Cave. It is a very minor difference, but as we've been saying in spoiler, it's these minor differences that make up a lot of time.
Contingent on not getting deadrocked and contingent on the TR portal already being open.
Yes, of course. And that's the thing, like, I would say this to newer runners always, is if you're uncomfortable climbing Light Death Mountain because of the death rocks, and you're going to GT, I understand the play into Light World. But here we go. Gamma about to have his cutscene for GT. According to flipheal's timer, that was at 39:42 for the start of that cutscene.
Telethar commenting, and I have heard this before, that if you still have Hera to go and you've already done TR, it's faster to go up the Spec Rock side and just do Hera and then go over to TR portal. I haven't timed it out, but I have heard people say that.
Okay, Gamma into his GT basement. As we said, there is a small key here in Oak Room.
Oh. I'm sorry, Skelly. Your name was the wrong color. That's what I'll blame on seeing Telethar's remark before yours.
And there's the cutscene at 40:35, so what, about 50-ish, 53 seconds difference, I think?
Yeah.
There's that 8th or 7th heart for Gamma, as well as his big key. He's going to get the small key here under this pot, and he is ready to start his climb.
Yeah, short of like a Moldorm fall or a Ganon fall, I have a hard time seeing flipheal making up the time difference, but you never know. Gamma making use of that cape.
Nice mimics 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Flip gonna get his big key. He is skipping that heart container in the top right chest. He knows he's probably a little bit behind right now and is gonna have to make up this a little somewhere.
Oh, Gamma is having a bit of trouble with these Stalfos, though.
Unfortunately, sword beams are just not always an effective tool here, and it is gonna, it does make this play a lot harder overall. Like, those sword slashes should be single hit kills on these Zyzacs. Like, that's nice. Okay, that sword beam did push the Zyzac into the spikes, so that did work out. That red Stalfos, did that get pushed into the fire rod shot with the beam? I'm not sure what happened there, because fighter sword beam or a sword beam should not kill it.
And Flip really needs to watch his health here, as well as his silver arrow count.
There's a pot here on the bottom right for arrows. I thought maybe we'd have picked that one up.
Apparently not. He does not have enough arrows at the moment to do both Lanmos and Ganon. I don't know if
there's a
planning...
pot also after. There's a couple of pots still available.
Oh, right, there's a pot after
goes
Lanmos, isn't there?
And there's one up top, I believe, as well. So, like, there's ample spots for it. I just knew that one was like, G2 is one of the very common pots that people hit.
And Gamma not needing to worry about his health because we know he's about to get a full health refill.
Yeah, and Flip did get that pot, it looks like, after Landmo 2 on his
Yeah,
end.
so he's fine now. Oh, Gamma not taking the health refill for all that. Joke's on us! That was interesting, that, like, for all that planning, he then didn't take the heart piece for an extra heart and a full health refill.
Yeah, I don't know if he's curious about how close this is. That can always be part of it. This
Oh,
is
and
a
very
tournament
nice.
that you are allowed to watch.
Very nice handling of the... meanwhile, Flip, I guess, wasn't counting his heart pieces, and maybe thought it was number 4, except that it was just number 3. So he gave back some time that he probably made up in the mini Helma room by doing that efficiently. But in any case, Aga 2 down for Gamma, Flip still 2 rooms away. And Gamma got the triple-double, so if Flip can't 3-cycle this, he'll be losing some time. And Flip
And nice
still...
2-2-2 on Flip's side as well.
But Gamma already well into phase 2 of Ganon. Low health.
He got the 1 cycle, though, for both phase 1 and 2. Very nice. Using that cape to maximal effort.
Yeah, half magic definitely nice here. Silvers are also definitely nice, so you don't have to worry as much about magic usage. Oh, Gamma misses the torch glitch.
Not at all really looking for it. You're looking to set up for this triple here, or at least the double.
Well, he does get that, and just fires off all his arrows for good measure. So,
Meanwhile, Flip unfortunately taking a little bit of a death there on Ganon.
Not that it would have helped, but get your GGs in for Gammachuu.
Yeah, Gamma finishes with a race time of 1:01:43. Without the 15-minute study time, that is a 46:43.
And hey, he started his timer for the occasion.
Oh.
Ooh.
Unfortunate on that fire bat.
Yeah. Flip not. This is one of the great things about having them on cam. You can see their reactions.
To answer the question in the chat, yes, you are able to watch this channel or even your opponent's stream during a spoiler race.
Oh, interesting comment from Gamma there in chat. We can talk about it in the interview. Gamma apparently didn't realize that Flip hadn't yet done Hera, so he thought he was behind. Okay, Flip finally getting on to phase 4 here. Does get the torch glitch. And get your GGs in for flipheal, who did stick it out after 2 Ganon deaths. And he finishes at 103.33, which is 48.33 without the study period. So still within 2 minutes for all that. Let's see if we can get them in here for an interview.
I see a Gamma in the setup. And I see flipheal, so it looks like they'll be joining us together. As we are joined now by both flipheal and Gammachuu. GG, guys.
Hey, GG's flipheal.
GG, Gamma.
I have to take you guys both to task for getting exactly 3 heart pieces.
Yeah, that was never in my mind. I think I said that I could have done in the well or blindside, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have enough heart containers, so I should really focus on that.
If they're close,
We
I
thought you
try
were.
to get them.
Yeah, we were kind of thinking you were setting up for the pre-Moldorm final heart piece to get that free refill right before the end.
Oh, nah, I didn't even pay attention to that. I didn't even pay attention as soon as I got my armor. I was happy with that. The free heart container and what was it, Thieves and Hype Cave.
Yeah, there
I
were
was
a lot
already
of
happy with
freebies.
that. Yeah, I didn't even think, it didn't occur to me, the heart piece. Yeah, I mean, this seed was just generally very kind. Nothing too terrible about it. It was pretty nice with safeties.
Yeah.
Yeah, you even
I
grabbed
noticed
that
you got the
cape.
cape. I thought that might be too slow. I guess for Meyer or something.
Just for my, I'm like, this will probably be nice for roller room of TR, Meyer, dark rooms in case I, turn on bad mode, and I guess for GT.
I mean, it kind of helped out both of you got, or at least you, Gamma, in the TR Dark Maze.
I
Both
know.
of you having a bit of an adventure in that room.
Oh, did you also go through a little loop
Oh,
there?
I wasn't the only one who forgot how to dark room. Okay.
Yeah, little oopsie there.
Yeah, I was so focused on trying to not take a hit just for to make sure I don't have any troubles on Laser Bridge that at the last leg I missed the inputs, and yeah.
Gamma took a while even just to get to the switch.
Yeah, I had to go reset the room, go back. I almost got that blue potion in Bonk Rocks on the way to activate the flute. I
routed that in, and then I totally forgot, and I'm like, well, I guess I can't get it now.
Yeah, I'm like, it's either that bottle or Uncle Bottle. Nothing else is really along the way. The bug not being where it is, I could catch a free fairy, but I'm like, no, I like to, consider getting one safety, a big safety. If it's somewhat out of the way, I will just take that, get what I feel would be the most beneficial for me. In this case, it was a cape. Like, yeah, I'll just get the cape and discount everything else.
Yeah, so I guess the only kind of divergence really was that Flip went up to Spec Rock the first time you guys hit Mountain to get the sword there, and then decided to delay Skull Woods, whereas Gamma just rushed Fighter Sword 4 Heart Skull Woods, as you do. So can you talk about your respective routing decisions there?
Well, I almost considered getting that sword up the mountain. I had routed that in to get my hammer, but then I realized, wait, I can't easily get to Spiral Cave unless I go through Paradox because I don't have the hammer. And I don't want to make that climb, because if I make that climb, I kind of want to kill Moldum too, because I don't want to waste another transition coming back there later. And I'm not going to have hammer at that moment, so I'm like,
yeah, I don't know. My thought was just, I just wanted swords to make sure, I don't know, some of the early dungeons I did weren't terrible. That was a good thought with Hera. I just,
yeah,
I don't know.
It's not terrible. I ended up wasting time. I I did Thief Sound going Dark World, so I went through the bushes a slow way, picking them up as opposed to dashing through.
Telethar says you picked up 53 bushes. I wasn't counting.
Yeah, I lost count after 20. Sounds accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just glad I almost made some really bad goofs. I don't know why. Like, the first thing you do is you mark your pendants, but like, I think I only marked one pendant, even though I looked at all three. So like, for some reason, I think I marked thieves instead of ice. So when I was activating my flute, I was like, wait a minute, why don't I have two pendants? And then, so that might have affected my routing a little bit. Like maybe I didn't think I needed thieves at first. And then I almost like went to kill the desert boss, and I'm like, this is a pendant. What am I doing?
Oh boy. Yeah. I think the only thing I would change is early. I could have a little slightly more buffer against Mocula. Because even if I had the Master Sword, I was still gonna go Hammer. So I'm like, I just get rid of it right now. Just do Thieves into Skullwoods and be done with Zera completely. And I want to get silvers. I did Desert Mire before pots. I could at least have silvers for slightly faster pod.
Yeah, the only reason I did pod early was because like I think I recently timed it, and it's like slightly faster to just do it out of Hype Cave. So I was like, I'll just do Hype Cave into pod. So I think that's part of why I had 2 swords before that.
Oh,
Or no,
okay.
I think I had 3 by then. I forget. I think it was
Okay,
3.
yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize that.
It's like
That's good to know.
negligible, but I felt like it was just a little bit faster. So I was like, we'll try
Yeah,
it.
because I mean, you're right there. Just dash over instead of mirroring and fluting another portal over there to flute 5. Yeah, I think that's about it though. Just it was friendly overall. Lamp was, I don't remember where it was. Kind of floating Lake Hylian. Oh gosh, that's terrible logic. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, Lake Hylian Island.
Oh,
You
that's
didn't want to go up to
disgusting.
TR for your Mimic Cave flippers to then go get your lamp to then beat all
Yeah,
your lampless for your dungeons?
I didn't even. I threw logic out the window. I wasn't paying attention at all. So that's pretty cool game. But yes, friendly. I mean, free tempered, free silvers, free half magic and fire rod right off the bat. So
There was even a free shield, but Flip had to bomb that chest.
oh, the one in TR.
Yep.
Yeah,
Had some fun.
yeah, that's
Well,
respectable.
I didn't think you'd go for the one in Left Side Swamp.
No, I didn't even see that. I didn't look at Swamp at all, other than Flooded Room. Yeah, I highlighted that chest with a shield, on my notes. Make sure I don't open this garbage check. Don't want a shield on me. Yeah, I thought I was behind you, flipheal. I got nervous because I started to peek. Okay, with only flippers going on, I'm like, okay, I think it's a safe time to look over your stream. And we were both in TR, and you were
the same thing. Yeah.
slightly
and then I was
in. I'm like,
wait a minute,
oh
am
my
I
God.
slightly ahead? But then like I think 3 or 4 minutes later, I was like, wait a minute, maybe he did Hera first. And then I relooked. I'm like, oh yeah, no, he did Hera.
Yeah, I was nervous. I didn't know. Like this felt straightforward. There's nothing too, much for room for divergence. It's just everything's right there, like free. Nothing too hard.
Yeah, I just this is like the minor small things for me, and then the Turtle Rock. But I also got wrecked in the Mire rooms. I just tried that cool bonk strat for the first room, and I just for some reason I always mess up something at the end. Like I put the block on the switch, but then it knocked me off right as I did it. So then like I got knocked back, and then yeah, that room was an adventure.
Yeah.
That was really funny though. Spooky 2, I like YOLO the whatever strat. I messed up and got hit anyway, but apparently the spooky went off, so I was like, I'll take it.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
That was a very delayed switch. It was like, did he not get spooky? And then right afterwards, you see you get damaged, and then the switch goes. So I don't know. But yeah, so Gamma, you have to wait a little bit at this point. We've got a Skelly Brogor matchup leading to the winner facing Relkin, leading to that winner facing you. So you'll have to wait a little bit in the winners bracket round 4. Meanwhile, Flip, this is not the end for you, but you are also in a bit of a waiting game. We are waiting to see quite a few people.
Yeah,
We
I
need
think at least 3 matches need to play out before Flip can have
4.
his next opponent. 4?
4
Okay.
matches. Yeah, we need I'm missing this one. We need to see what happens in Jamo versus Magno in the winners bracket. That loser faces Specs. Then the winner of that plays the winner of Gem and Pitloven, and then those two face off, and that would be your opponent, Flip. So
basically, I have time to practice, and people need to stop doing all this pilot spoiler and responding to my spoiler pings.
yes, please keep the tournament moving. This tournament admin is very appreciative of matches such as the one tonight in round 3. But if people in earlier rounds can keep it going, that is also amazing.
Yes, don't be afraid to attack them. Attack.
Yes.
No, but I'm glad I could take a little breather. I'm looking forward to whoever I end up facing next round. And good luck to you, flipheal, and going the next round, whoever your opponent may be.
Yep, good luck to you as well, and yeah, looking forward to it whenever. And then
Yeah, and thanks for doing commentary and also tracking. Jandy B's been doing a lot of tracking. Really super appreciate that.
Yeah, she's been everywhere.
It has
Much
been nice
appreciated.
to be able to lean on JandyB for tracking. I check every day to see what the restreams are, and I think I've had Jandy sign up at least 1 or 2 races every day. It has made my life a lot easier as an admin.
And also, as a shout out, there are a lot of events going on for Speedgaming Live, so check out the whole schedule. We're running 5 channels at the moment. And in fact, there are a couple of Super Metroid matches underway at the moment, so we'll try to get you over to one of those after we wrap here.
Yeah, and we are just under 2 months away from the live event as well, so plenty of SGL content across the board.
But yeah, when does this when's the target date for this tournament wrapping?
Target date was pretty much the week before or the week of SGL.
Okay, so
yeah, we were pushing this to the wire. We tried to open it up. We did not hit the max cap for runners, so
okay, so you got most of September still to play with even after August.
Yeah.
Cool. And that also means that by the time you get to the later rounds, we'll even know how big the prize pool is, because that'll be set at the end of August. Currently, it's $200 and in position to get a $100 bonus, but that can easily change based on who donates to it between now and the end of the month.
Yep. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out tonight. Make sure to follow our runners, flipheal and Gammachuu. Drossi, it has been a pleasure to work with you again.
Likewise. Hopefully with more tournaments happening, we can do it more often.
Exactly. We're not far off from main tourney quals now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now it's gonna get busy in a hurry, I think.
Yes, it always is. But with that, have a great night, everybody, here at SG3, and go watch Rando?
Yeah, Super Metroid Rando will
Cool.
put you over to.